Well, hello. I have this new mic in, so I'm not able to hear the audio while this mic is plugged in. And I wonder why. Let me try something. Let me try going to settings. And I hope it's clear right now. Hold on, let me try to go to audio. No. There we go. Okay. I can hear it now. Bam. I hope this mic is good. How does this mic sound? Come on in here, Jay. Please, Jay, how does mic sound? I got a podcast mic. Happy resurrection. That's right. Want to give all praise and honor for the divine feminine for always waking up on the other side. Ow, because it says pain will endure for one night, but joyous come in the morning. Joyous come in the morning because the goddess comes in the morning. That's why. Ow! Bella, can you back up? God, I get up on here, girl, and this dog is all over my face, y'all. So I won't tear y'all too much. How does this mic sound? Okay, good. The truth hurts. Come on in here, Saturn board, Evan. Huda. Yes, honey. Come on in here. And Jaliel, yes, honey. So of course I want to talk about something. Shout out to those of you who joined the event. Y'all, my plan was to get on here and do a whole little shindig, y'all, but I did not expect for all the people that joined the event, I did not expect to get that many attendees. I literally was like, okay, possibly one or two people, but I got a lot of people that joined and I'm drained. Like my plan was to wake up early this morning, do what I have to do, get on here, do a little surprise for you guys, and that fell through. But of course, people paid good monies to join this event, and I have to prioritize. So, of course, you joined the event, you will be getting more information from me in the morning. The latest will be Tuesday. So, of course, I want to give a shout out to, like I always say, my supporters, contributors, and definitely those who joined this fantastic, beautiful event. Right now, the full moon, because the full moon lasts for 3 days after, is in Scorpio. And this is perfect time for me to talk about what I wanted to talk about. If you do not understand, when the moon is in certain phases, certain body parts are actually affected. And when the full moon, or when any type of moon, new moon, full moon, is moving through the Scorpio zodiacal cycle. It deals with genitalia, urethra, prostate, and anus. Okay. And of course, it deals with genitalia of genitals, not just of males, but also females. But it definitely goes into anus, urethra, and prostate having individuals. And speaking of prostate having individuals, I, I'm a very open person, as y'all all know, and I don't, keep secrets. Important ones I do, but when it's, I don't really care about, what it is, honey, I must share it. Like, yes, honey, I'm a special girl. Who cares? But that's an aspect of me. You know what I mean? And that leads me over into kind of like how religion works, right? I think that some people use religion to seek God, when in reality, you should be seeking God to find your religion. Okay. And when people are seeking religions to find God, this is why there's corruption in the church. This is why there's people that are being deceived by spiritualists on these public platforms. Because once again, you're not understanding that the God or goddess is within you. And so when you do not know yourself and you're not aware of who you are and where you come from, then people can come in and kind of sway you. And I connect that with, identity, sexual identity, gender identity, however you identify yourself, even going into, social identity, right? Identify as, a black female, white female, whatever, whatever, whatever. So going into that, some news was posted, and it's not really spiritual, but it is spiritual because I feel like everything that happens in the social media or in the media, it deals with energy, right? It's so crazy that people come out, and even when people are not really a believer in magic and stuff. And I think the person who I'm about to speak of right now is into the arts, because someone that she was very close to was into the arts, and her name is Shauna Brooks, transgender actress, model, whoever, whatever she wants to call herself. But coming from my personal experience, we talked about this before. I have an issue with people who are of trans experience and they want to get clout off of what man they can bag being trans. And I'm just like, I can't speak for those people. I can speak from me. And of course, going to even, into, you know, um all identities of sexual and gender is beautiful, right? That's who you are, right? If that's who you are and that's who you're comfortable with, it's beautiful. Explore that, express that. Like, Madonna wrote a song, Human Nature. She's not sorry. Don't apologize for who you are. My big issue is when people don't really know who they are. So going into, you have the cross dressers, you have the gender benders, you have the drag queens, you have the transvestites, and then you have the transsexuals. And nowadays, everyone wants to, kind of loop it all together, and who cares? You guys are both men in wigs or whatever. But I really do have a problem when you have these ballroom transgenders allegedly that are shaped and molded by people who don't really even know who they are. Once again, their sexual orientation, their identity, and they try to shape you and mold you into being who and what you are, to where you start to become a caricature of what a female is, right? You become a caricature, a cartoon, of what you think females should be, should act like. Okay, even going into a lot of stuff. Anyway, I won't even get into that. And I'm not saying that females act a certain way and men act a certain way, but bottom line is, I've met people, in the industry, and when they caught tea, honey, they went the other way. And it was even to the point where one person in particular, and I won't call their name out because they're a very nice person. They were not rude to me. They were awkward, but I understood because of the Shauna Brooks. I understood where he was like, I don't want to get caught up in that, to where now it's stories being put out that I'm into trans woman and I'm getting this and that done. And so those experiences like that, like I can understand, because you have girls, that are trying to deal with men. None of these men are not okay with being public with being with us. Once again, that's why you become business, right? Your business first. And even when you're courting people, right? When you're courting people, courting takes about 5 months. Okay. 5 months, you get to know people's headspace, their intentions with you. And you could discuss your intentions with them, your goals with them. But when you're like thinking about other stuff, or that person is thinking about other stuff, like, ulterior motives, like, I'm gonna use the situation. Hey, uh-uh, uh-uh, uh-uh. No. I'm gonna use this situation, as a blackmailing situation. This is gonna be my way into the industry. Then, like I said, you don't really think about the money. You're like, I don't want to bring up the money because I don't want him to reject me. And even going into something I did last year, just a little sideline. One of your people, we ain't gonna settle names because bitch, we're cool. We're cool, and we cool. But my sister and I was hitting up people last year. And we were like, we're gonna see who hits us up first. And once again, I don't tell anybody my business. Okay, no, like, not even my mother knows my business. I told y'all, one of the famous guys that I actually dated, I was engaged to. My mother actually met him, and to this day, My mother, she can remember what he looks like. But if you were to tell her his name, she would not know his name. But either way, so going into this, hey, y'all not getting none of that. Leave it alone. Oh, girl, before this sleep really kicks in, I gotta say this. So last year around my birthday, we were hitting people up, and she was hitting up her people, I was hitting up my people, and I said, let's see if these people are gonna read our IG messages. And one of the persons actually responded. Well, two people responded. One of them lied and said it was their little secretary people, whatever. And I said, okay, bitch, I'm messaging no more. Because, daddy be posting these stories like it's him, honey. And girl, when I was like, oh, nice feet and stuff, he would open the messages, but he wouldn't respond. But I'm like, okay, this is a little weird because you're opening messages, but you're not responding. Make a long story short. Oh, and then I think he liked one or two of them. And then finally, when I was like, okay, well, being you're not gonna respond to my messages, I'm just gonna stop bugging you. And this spot was like, hi, this is blah 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 management, and this page is run by his assistant and and I was like, okay, well, I won't be hitting him up no more. Take care. But the other guy was like messaging. Even right now, I send a message, he's gonna message back immediately. And he even bought me something for my birthday last year. And so going into that, that happens very quickly. But once again, I was even shocked because going into, whether he knows the tea or not, and he probably doesn't know because on that page that I hit him up on, I'm living my life like it's golden. And, I don't have to say that I'm trans because I'm not hooking up with nobody on that page. Like it's nobody's business, honey. It's me having fun, and all the good stuff. But, you know, daddy, girl, whatever. Like I said, everything was so quick. And even going into, like I said, that situation, I was shocked by because I'm like, typically when guys know the T, and I'm pretty sure he does because, like I said, on that page, I don't say the T, but there's a lot of suspect stuff on that page. Okay. But the fact is that daddy, okay, bought me some gifts. Okay. And going into what's going on, like I said, with the Shaunas and these other girls, like, sis, when you meet these men that they're not into the girls like that publicly. So why are you forcing that upon people? And then if somebody says something disrespectful and be like, I'm so sick of these men fooling us and thinking that they're women, now you want to claim transphobia. And it's like, but these men are only saying stuff like that because once again, these girls that are playing this role, like knowing that this guy is not going to be into you, and you're basically like forcing it onto them, right? Or not, excuse me. They're going to be into you, but they're not going to want to come public with it. And you're forcing it upon them to go public. And that, like I said, that's just some very manipulative shit. And even going into the transgenders that were taken out. And when I say taken out, you know what I mean by taken out in the past years. Transgenderremembrance.org. Like I think about those stories and I think about the situation that I've been in, like coming from a city that don't really care about gay people or trans people or anything for that matter. And to be in that city and to be able to have survived, and the worst thing that ever has happened to me was my tea was clocked in public and people were making fun of it. Like that was the worst thing that ever happened to me. But there's other people that had similar experiences as mine, and they had to move out because they were attacked, they were bashed. And so it's like for me, I think about, you know, how were these girls living their life? What were they doing? Did it cross their mind like something is fishy here and they still were like, needing that mother and father energy, so they stood through it and now they're gone? Was it a tricking situation? Because I even know girls that became post-op. Two of them right now, one of them is from Texas, the other one's from New York, that actually are no longer here right now, who got their sex change, didn't want to tell the guy what they were. And the guy was like, honey, something's fishy, and not, no pun intended, but they're like, mama, when I went down on you, I was tasting balls. And I'm just like, girl. So it's like for these girls to be doing these stunts and stuff. and think that it's okay. It's like I said, it just pulls it all into perspective. And even going into what Shauna is doing right now with Benzino, nobody cares if Benzino is into transgenders. And I want to put this out here. Like, I'm that person that I'm not going to get kudos points for telling you what celebrity I'm being with. Like, it's not going to make you like me more. It's not going to make you hate me more. You hate me more, but that's not going to validate my experience. My experience with these people is because I genuinely want to connect with these people. I genuinely see these people as people. So it's like I don't feel the need to once again have to expose that. Even like I said, going into the celebrity guy that I was engaged to, girl, we got photos together on my photo bucket, bitch. On my external hard drive, bitch, where I could be like, let me contact Star Magazine, let me contact all these magazine places, and let me share, let me sell these pictures, let me sell this story, and get a lot of money. A lot of money. Some people might be really shocked. Some people may not be. But like I said, I get no validity out of that. That will not, you will not validate my woman experience based on me telling you that I've had an encounter with a guy that you fantasized about. Like, in fact, you're gonna probably think he's disgusting. And so, like I said, I don't know what these girls are expecting when they come out and tell people that they're doing things with them outside of these people saying that he's gay and that you're just another gay person that turned them out. Like, it doesn't look good on us, sis. And like I said, it fucks it up for people like me who want to connect with these people on a level outside of being sexual, going into spiritual healing. Like I said, going into spiritual healing and people that I wanted to connect to spiritual. Like, yeah, honey, you need to be cleansed, and I could show you how to do all that stuff. Coming at it from that perspective and knowing right off the back is business. And whatever happens after that happens. But I'm not going into that, like I said, trying to get some dick. Because bitch, I'm sure the same dick that these celebrities have, I can find on the corner. The same dick these celebrities have, I'm sure my neighbor have it. Okay. And just the idea, like, well, I want it because all these other people got it, and da da. Well, that's even better to keep it to yourself. Because that's why I like keeping it to myself, honey. The fact is that a lot of you girls want it and you'll never get it. And who knows, maybe you have had it and you keeping it a secret too. I don't know. But in my mind, bitch, that's what oh girl, nobody, girl, these girls will never get this meat. And so, like I said, that's what makes me want to keep it a secret even more. And I love keeping secrets. I love having something on people or having something over people, and people will never have it. You know what I mean? They'll never be told it. So, like I said, I don't understand that. And then even what's even worse than that, going into that situation, I'm not just somebody on the outside looking in on this situation. Okay. Going into the fact is that I got into it before with Shauna. And I told you this on another video. It could have been on my other channel where mama was playing with nose candy, allegedly. Okay, we're gonna say allegedly. I know what I saw though. Mama was playing with nose candy allegedly, and I was like, "Honey, like you got little people watching. You got teenagers watching you, and you're sitting here high as a kite, and you're basically high as a kite doing your thing." And Mama started cussing me out and was like, "You girl," showing off her labels and shit. And I was just like, "Sis, but I could get that too." Sis, I can get that too now. See, there's between you and I, bitch. I live my shit secretly. That's the difference. Bitch, ain't nobody out there could ever say I ever had to borrow money from them, girl. Not even a bank. A bank could never tell anybody that I've ever borrowed a loan from them. One time in particular, 2015, when I got my first time going into getting my dental work done, I pulled out a loan with the dental place I went to, but it was an in-house loan. So you had to put down a certain amount of money and you have to pay a certain amount of money each month. And you have to also give them a check. So technically, the money was your money that you were borrowing. Okay, technically, it was not a free-handed loan. So, like I said, can nobody out there in this world ever say that I've ever borrowed money from them? Bitch, if I want it, I can get it. If I want it, I can go suck it, I can go drop it, I can do whatever the fuck I need to do or want to do to make it happen. And like I said, that's the difference is that a lot of these people who are hurting, who don't have the parental love and support, they use social experiences as validity, and those people are scary. Those people are trouble. Those people are there's a word I'm looking for. But this is what the problem is those type of people, once again, not getting to know people, and what is your relationship with your mama and your daddy, and how was it growing up, once again, going into narcissist, and going into psychopath, and going into sociopath. These are people that did not get a love and acceptance and respect from their parents, and so they step on everyone else to get it right. They step on everyone else to prove a point. And like I said, it's scary, and it's not just scary on you know their victims, but it's that they too will become a victim one day, and that's a for sure thing. It may take time. You might do it for 20 years, you might do it for 15 years, and people are like, "Oh, that's so cute. She's doing all these scandals and she ain't got." But all it takes is one person to pay for some goons, honey, and it's a wrap. Especially if you like to party, especially you like to drink and smoke and do all this other good shit. Ain't nothing for these people to figure out, well, that's who they get their stuff from. Hey, I'm giving you a little extra something to get her together because you're already doing something illegally anyway. So it's like, girl, why? 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 And why potentially mess it up for the next girl? Why potentially mess up for the next girl? If you said, hey, let's go public, and he said, no, I don't want it. Okay, baby, well, I need you to go public. If it's genuine, well, I needed to go public, hon. And they're like, well, I don't want to go public. Why not just move on? Why force it on this person as if they have to? Once again, that narcissistic, psychopathic shit right there. That's what that shit is. That's that shit is. And I would hate to imagine me being who I am, right? Let's just say, let me step out of the trans experience. I would hate to imagine me knowing a trans person, someone who's already having issues with society, right? Who's already having a problem with getting validation of their experiences from society just from being them. I would hate to imagine that then on top of them trying to, or already having issues with people accepting them and acknowledging them, to actually try to then, the same pain they're feeling from the public, push it onto other people. Because, bitch, like I said, you're never going to get those kudos, girl. Girls are never going to like you even more because you're sleeping with a man that they also had. And like I said, going into that Benzino tea, honey, everyone has a type. But girl, no shade. It looks like a setup to me either way. Because, honey, daddy ain't got no money, allegedly. Daddy ain't cute. Okay, ain't no allegedly, bitch. He's not cute. Okay, girl. And even to think about the exes that he had, Althea, Carly Red. I'm just like, yeah, these girls are cute girls, but these girls have also played around with other people. So it's just like I could imagine all y'all switch swapping and swamping shit. Girl, I can't. I can't. And that's why I said for me, girl, it's a fool. Okay, it's a fool, and I see why they call you niggas and homos and shit still. And like I said, I ain't mad at it. I told you I'm a girl. I support homophobia, transphobia. I support all that because bitch, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you don't want people to hate you, bitch, then you need to be on your P's and fucking Q's. And that's how I be acting when I be in public, girl. Me looking how I look, whoever it is, whatever they see when they look at me, girl, people have their opinions when they see you. Me going out in public and acting a goddamn fool, they're gonna be like, damn, that black bitch. Now I don't like no black persons because look at that black. Look, I told y'all black people acting fool. Look at this bitch acting fool. And so it's like I think about that, and it's like the fact that you don't. It's like, girl, yeah. So anyway, girl, that's the fool. That was the setup, and it's giving me very much gay boy trying to prove that he's a real woman. That's what it's giving me, girl. Because, like I said, I don't think that trans is getting acceptance and validation from other people. I think that that comes from you. You have to look in the mirror, and I mean, I guess that comes a little different too. Going into somebody who mutilated and manipulated their whole body with all with ship material and shit, girl. Silicone in the face, silicone in the ass and the tit, and just all this shit. I mean, I guess, girl, then all these little stunts mama do all around the internet shit just it's very much butch queen, and maybe that's the like I said, that's the ballroom girls from the girls that have to, become who they are in the streets. Because I'm sure if I walk the ball, girl, they'll be like 1-1-1. That's a chop, and it's like, but girl, I can go in the hood. I go in the hood, girl. Don't have to have, don't won't have no problems. But you got these girls that get tens all across the board, and girl, like I said, girl, you look. What is that, bitch? She's looking fishy, but Mama's very much giving us uh Uncle Gloria. Girl, bye. A fool. So like I said, that was just a little too traumatizing for me about that Shauna shit, girl. And I'm just like, girl. And I was gonna talk about that shit on Friday, y'all. I want to, get on here and do all that shit, but whatever. And then that kind of segues over in, so like I said, because we dealing, with that, Scorpio energy. Then that kind of segue into, one of my neighbors. Now I'm not, it's none of my business, but it is my business because bitch, I gotta see it. So one of my neighbors is a hoe. He's a grinder hoe. Okay. Okay, he's a grinder hoe. One of my neighbors is a grinder hoe. And for the past 2 months, y'all, this motherfucker have had, no lie, at least 25 people over here in the past 2 months. And we're gonna say 45 days. 25 people, and it's been 25 separate people. And one of the persons I decided to ask, because I'm like, what is going on? Is he a pimp? Is he selling drugs? Are they coming over to have fun? So, bitch, I decided to hit one of the guys up on Grinder, and I was like, what were you doing? And he said, oh, we had some fun. Okay. Anyway, make long story short, Daddy say he's on prep, and I'm just saying all this because bitch, it's none of my business, none of y'all business. But I just want to say this to my younger LGBT people out there, and even heterosexual people, because y'all be on prep too. Travita, I was told, girl, y'all been taking that for years. I like I said, I'm not really sexually active, so it wouldn't matter to me, girl. Travita, Govita, it doesn't matter, girl. I'm not fucking just in and everybody. And honey, even if it is a situation, girl, I'm gonna know you. Okay. But Truvita or PrEP does not stop you from getting STDs, STIs. Just so y'all know. So I'm sick of people using on PrEP as a way of saying it's okay to have raw, unprotected sex. You can BB me, you can cream me. And it's like another thing too. Do y'all be asking these people for papers? Because I would hate to imagine going into this. I went to Planned Parenthood in September of last year, and I was like, let me do a test. I've not done anything in a while, but I was like, let me just go get a test, because Mr. Leo and other people was like, listen, I you go get your test done regular. And I was like, no, because I'm not sexually active. But I was like, you know what? Yeah, let me go ahead and do it because it can sting your body for 10 years dormant, right? Herpes and HIV and stuff. So of course I took the test, bitch, and I had nothing, right? Still got my results and everything too. So of course I had nothing. Like I said, I'm not sexually active. But when I was in her, y'all, I was so disturbed because the man walked in that door and daddy was cute. When I say daddy was like 6'2", mulatto, bitch, buff, and he even smelled good, bitch. Daddy was like, I need to be seen right now. I'm burning. And the guy was like, "Yeah, so you're gonna have to go to the ER." And he's like, "But nobody can see me right now because I'm burning and it's burning bad, y'all." I was so traumatized. I was so traumatized from that, y'all. Like, really, I was so traumatized. Like, and these girls still out here playing with Chavita and shit, thinking that this antiviral medicine is gonna stop them from getting chlamydia, gonorrhea, or herpes. Like, girl, I need y'all to get it together. Okay. Travita or PrEP, okay, is lowering your chance of getting the virus, but you still should be using condoms, boys and girls, okay? Stop believing the hype, stop falling for the tea. Everything is not what it is. And like I said, just be careful with that. Like I said, daddy over here, he was in that place in September, and then this neighbor, honey, he got a new guy over there like every other weekend. And then it's just like, so if he keeps this up, everybody done had him, or everybody done had somebody that he done had. So disturbing to me, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable. And even going into, I be telling you some of these guys, and that's why I'm not really into the guys that are into the girls. Like if a guy's openly into a trans woman, I really don't want him because these guys be nasty. Like they be getting it from everybody, girl. Like they be getting it from the trans, the cross dressers, the gay boys, the macho boys, girl, the prostitutes. And I'm just like, damn, girl, they don't turn down nothing at all. And some of these people be thinking that, well, my man ain't like that. And I'm just like, sis, bruh, it depends on how you met him. If you met him and he didn't know the T and you decided to tell him the T, okay. Then I would say, okay, yeah, it's a good chance that there's no other T going on. But honey, you met him on anything at a gay club, anything that connects you with the LGBT community, girl, he done had somebody else and he gonna have other people. He gonna have other people, honey. Been there, done that. I told you, girl. I told y'all the story, honey. Girl, I'm exclusive. Even right now, girl, I'm exclusive, honey. I'm exclusive, girl. They be like, can you meet up with me? No. Can you send me some pictures? Uh, why? Cause, honey, yeah, honey. You saying T girl only, fem only, and honey, you have somebody else to hit him up. He gonna be down, girl. He gonna be down. Like, yeah, I was looking for a T girl, but ain't no T girl around. Are you down to meet up right? I can take out two stories right now. I can take out two stories and we're gonna call one of them James and we're gonna call the other one Mike. James was a Greek god, honey. James was 6'1", very sculpted. He was Italian and just an Italian stallion, honey. Very much in shape, strong body. He loved him some chocolateness, honey. And I knew him for a very long time. And what ended that friendship or that relationship that we had was, and it was fun because it was safe, right? At least I thought. Okay, that's the only way I become a friends of benefits to somebody. If it's safe to do so, like I gotta know you're not kissing other people, you're not doing nothing else with no other people, girl. And if you are gonna do that, girl, we need to all hook up and have some fun together. Okay, hello, that's the type of girl I am, girl, because I don't want no STDs, no STIs, no none of that shit. Anywho, so I remember, like, I want to say, what's that, about 2015? He started talking about this girl named, we're going to call her Diamond. And I was like, okay, what does she look like? And she lived in this little city, you know, south of my city, okay? And I won't say anything because y'all might know who the fuck I'm talking about, bitch. You never know. And so, Mama, I'm seeing her pictures, and I'm like, okay, Mama's this cute, Filipino and black trans woman. Okay, wow, okay, but Mama always said car dates, and that's the kind of got me a little like, wait, what? Mama car dates? Why she doing car dates? Like, is Mama a woman at night and a boy in the daytime? Like, why Mama got to do car dates? Like, Mama don't have a house? Like, I'm just confused. So anyway, he started, like I said, talking about her a lot. Like, yeah, I want to get to know her, but she's flaky. And I'm like, well, maybe that's good. And why? Well, because I would hate to think that you're doing things to other people, and we have a safety net together. Make a long story short, y'all. I seen Diamond at the grocery store in this city. And at first I didn't realize it was her, but Mama had on shades, Mama had on a hoodie, Mama had on just all this shit to hide herself, but it made her stand out. And I was looking, I was like, why that bitch look wait, why that bitch look familiar? Girl, it was her. Mama was like 6'5", y'all. Mind you, girl, Daddy allegedly was only into the fishy girls. Okay. He was only into the girls that were passable. So now I start looking at myself like, damn, am I bricky? Because Daddy said he was into the, and Mama's not giving you fish. Mama's giving you something else. And maybe to me, she wasn't giving me fish because I know the girls. No matter how passable you think you're a bitch, I know what it is. Okay. I have a good gay, trans, lesbian daughter. I can tell a lesbian from a mile away. Anyway, a femme queen, a butch queen, bisexual, I could tell from a mile away, and you don't got to worry about it because if I know you one girl, I'm keeping my distance. That's how you know when you hit on me and I don't respond, bitch, and I know you you're trisexual, bisexual, or a closet case girl. Like I said, that for business, I don't care, but for privacy, yeah, ma'am, that's not a challenge for me. Anyway, so girl, I told this man that I think I saw her at the store. And he's like, really? That he just became a fan. Really? Oh my God, what happened? What did y'all say? Did she talk to you? And I said, no, she didn't talk to me. I saw her and I kept it moving. I was with my best friend. I kept it moving. Anyway, y'all, this man was like, I want to have some fun, but I'm nervous. Can you find somebody? And I'm like, find somebody for what? Well, I want to have fun, but I want to. Now, he was trying to kill two birds with one stone, y'all. Just cut the crap. He was trying to, because he lived with his parents. So he was trying to come to my house, use my house as the whole, what they call that? Not the brothel, but the whole spot, the spot to be a hoe at. And then he wanted to incorporate me so he's more comfortable with it. So it's like, well, now, I'm not really gay because I'm doing it right here in front of this woman. I don't know, some weird shit. Anyway, make a long story short, Daddy said, can you find somebody? I said, sure. He didn't ask me what platform I was going to be finding somebody on, y'all. So I made a grinder. Okay. So it was me, okay, my face. And I would hit the guys up and say, hey, I have a friend who's down to have some fun. If you're down, whatever, whatever. And then some of them would say, no, thank you. I'm not into trannies, or someone would say, I have to decline. Yeah, I'm only into men, whatever. And then some will be like, yeah, I'm down. And then I'm looking at them like, yeah, you look a little thirsty though. You might have something, honey. You let everybody come and play with you, girl. Yeah, honey, you're not bringing that shit in my house. Anyway, so girl, all these guys, y'all, I kid y'all not, I just started hitting up people. Right? Now, mind you, he lives 28 miles from me. 28 miles from me. He would come over once a week. We'll have our little fun. Like I said, girl, very hot man, girl. Girl, this man is very hot, y'all. Like, I wish I could show you what it looked like. This, and I don't have bad taste. When I say somebody's hot, 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 bitch, they hot, hot, hot. You need me to give you an example, bitch, I sure the fuck will. When I say hot, I guarantee 99% of y'all would say they fucking hot too. Anyway, he was hot, sexy body, sculpted. Like I said, just a Greek god, honey. Daddy had no fat on his bone. Daddy was sculpted. He was hot. He was hung. It was like, ooh, he was freaky. He was clean. And he tasted nice too. Okay, but that's very hard to find. Sure enough, y'all, all of a sudden I'm getting all these messages, y'all. I think oh my God, I think I was like working and I must have like 38 messages, y'all. I opened that message up and they were like, hey, what happened to you the other night? And I was thrown off because I was like, what happened to you the other night? What do you mean what happened to me the other night? What? I'm like, yeah, what happened to you the other night? You flaked on me. And I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about? And I'm really thinking, like, wait a minute, was I supposed to meet up with somebody? And I totally forgot that I hit these people up connecting him with these people. Well, all of us. Girl, one guy was like, yeah, we had head in your driveway and your auntie came out and caught us, and I want to continue on part two. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So, of course, I asked him. Now, mind you, he only told me he only knew one transgender. There was another transgender girl who's well known in San Francisco, but she lived in my city that I lived in. And matter of fact, actually, we exchanged numbers together. She had a 650 number, honey. Well known in the Bay Area, though, girl. I think she was a SF Divas performer. Anyway, y'all, he didn't tell me about no other trans but Diamond. How ironic is it that he's like, yeah, one of my transgender's friends said you were hitting them up and you were trying to basically sell me out. I said, first of all, baby, I'm not hitting up another trans woman because I'm not into transgenders and I don't want to have no threesome with a transgender or any of that. Okay. I'm not into that. So you got this game totally fucked up. Okay. Um, Second of all, why would I be selling you and pimping you out or allegedly when you say you want to have fun? So I said, we're gonna nip that in the butt. We will not be having a fun together, blah blah blah. Y'all, to make a long story short, this guy tried to play it off like he still didn't know what I was. Yeah, these people are lying, and my transgender friend said that someone hit them up, and I think someone was using my pictures. And I said, honey, unless you're meeting up with all these guys, because Daddy had a mole. Okay, he had a mole okay, in a certain part of his body, and they knew that he had them all. So I said, unless there's somebody else, like, honey, you got to be talking about me, and I can assure you, baby, that it is not what it is, honey. I'm a dime, honey. You do not know how many guys I have that are very attractive, that have a nice, body. Once again, they are my subs that I could be like, listen, I need you to go and grind. I need you to get a man. I need you to bring them to me. I listen, without your permission, I don't have to do that. So at that point, I was like, yeah, honey, I think I'm just gonna step back. So of course, daddy, was lurking and shit. He found me on my platforms and shit, whatever. Yeah, and I just started talking with him. I think I changed my number. I think he emailed me. I blocked the email, and then someone else was like, hey, do you know who this guy? And I was like, no, never heard of him. Girl, played off bitch, girl, bye. That was the first one, y'all. So I was just like, so first he went and said he was only into women. Then he was curious, and then mysteriously we're talking, and then mysteriously within 3 years, daddy's having gay boys, transgenders, cisgenders, cross-genders, cross-dressers. Like, what the fuck is going here, baby? Like, everybody can get it, huh? And you don't like using a condom. So, bitch, everybody can get the sauce, and I'm not a fan of that. Like, I'm not a fan of that, baby. I'm not desperate. Okay. I don't have to, I don't, girl, I don't, yeah, we'll pass. So then the next person, very similar, y'all. Very, thuggish, bruggish. Okay, he was a thug. Okay, he was a thug. Okay, and daddy was like, yeah, I don't do stuff like this. Like he just kept saying, I don't do stuff like this. I don't do stuff like this. This is just a first time because I saw you and I was like, damn, she bad. And I was like, okay, he's validating the trans experience. Okay, he see me and he want it. And then I want to say after like talking to him for like a year, mysteriously daddy's like, yeah, you know who blah 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 is? And he started naming all these girls' names. I was like, no, I don't know who they are. Yeah, they're also transgender. They're from Oakland or they're from Sacramento. And I was like, honey, I don't hang out with transgenders. I'm not, yeah. That's not what I do. Okay. I don't I mean, if a transgender act like a woman, carry themselves as a woman, live their life as what they say they are, I don't mind getting to know them and becoming close. But that whole transgendered stuff and you're still acting like you're a part of the G or the B, not the T, like you're giving gay boy 2.0, like girl, yeah, I can't deal with that. Like I can't relate to that, sis. Like that's not me, right? I don't know what that's like. I can't relate to that. No disrespect, it's all love, but like I said, if I'm gonna deal with a trans person, I need you to have similar experiences to me so we can relate outside of it just being LGBT. Okay. So anyway, girl, this man was naming all these people, and I was like, I really don't know these people. I could name probably three transgenders, maybe four that I've known personally, honey, that I actually met in person. But yeah. And then daddy started wanting to be a bottom. Went from, he doesn't do this, now he want to be a bottom. Then it left from him wanting to be a bottom to this girl hitting me up, like playing weird. And she was like, do you know some guy named I'm gonna say this name. You know some guy named Blank? And I was like, no, because that's my thing. No, I don't. Just see what they're gonna say. Okay. And I'm like, so why? And mama said she was into pickle dicks. Girl, bye. And then mama started using my pictures too, girl, because I had one of my exes call me and say, are you posting on Craigslist? Say you looking for a pickle dick? And I said, no. I don't need to post on Craigslist to get girl by. Like I said, I have no problem getting penis, girl, at the girl gas station, grocery store, a liquor store, maintenance, girl, mechanic, girl, girl. I have no problem getting pinged, y'all. Like no problem at all. So what do I look like posting up on Craigslist? Like the fuck? Anyway, so girl, mama was like, yeah, you know, blah 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 told me to hit you up because he asked if I knew you, and I was like, I know some girls, and he showed me you, and she's like, yeah, I have to see who he was talking about. And I was just like, girl, just some weird shit. I was like, yeah, honey, So I'm like, so he does talk to other trans people, and he does do things with them to the point to where y'all, I did a little test. I had one of my subs come over, and I had him come over And I said, "We're gonna. I'm gonna see how far this go, because I'm that girl." I said, "Let me invite him over with a sub, and let's let the sub do the work and see if he's gonna be comfortable." So y'all, I sat back and I watched. The sub came, did his. I won't even get into detail what the sub was doing to him. And Daddy was in heaven, girl. His eyes was rolling back of his head and shit. And I was just looking, like shaking my head, y'all. And he gagged because when it was all said and done, Daddy, I guess the spirit left his body and he was like, "Everything okay?" And I was like, "Uh huh." And he's like, "Why you acting like that?" I said, "I'm not acting like nothing. I realized that you're not the one that you said you were." And that's what I was saying too with these whole guys feeling like trans be tricking them. Some of you guys be tricking trans and people too, because some of these people are not, they're not interested in community trade, is what they call it. Like they're not interested in men who dealt with other girls and a lot of other girls, and yet you lie and say you don't know these girls or you're not into that, and then come to find out, girl, everybody done had you. Then the idea that their mouth been on that, and I know a lot of girls are just nasty, so the idea of like their mouth been on that too, their booty hole probably been on that, and it's just like, yeah, I don't, I'm not a fan of that at all. So yeah, I ended that very quickly. Same thing with his ass, honey. And of course, the third one too, honey. Daddy tried to play that role and was like, "I need you to call this girl." Daddy tried to do reverse psychology, honey. He tried to basically tell me that he wasn't into the girls, but I need you to call this girl and she's a lesbian, but I need you to flirt with her. I need you to tell her that you have a husband that's down to watch y'all. So my stupid ass, I was like, okay. So I called her and was like, yeah, playing that role. And girl, coming to find out, y'all, it was a setup. Daddy was trying to set it up and do reverse psychology. And like I said, I won't even get into that. But Daddy tried to do reverse psychology. And I was just like, that's some weird ass shit. Like people get weird. So I was like, damn, like that's some very weird shit. But honey, come to find out he was community trade too, girl. He loved the Asian twinks, honey. The black girls, the white girls, the Hispanic girls, honey. He liked to play that little role, and I'm gonna dominate you, right? I'm gonna dominate you, and I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that. But when it came to the Asian twinks, honey, Daddy was like melting and folding, and I was just like, oh, okay. To each his own, honey. Uh-huh. But you definitely are a closet, honey. And there's nothing wrong with that. But bitch, I don't play with that, honey. I like them to be totally, totally straight. Okay. And I'm not pushing nothing on you. Don't push nothing on me. I'm not making you, like I said, even going into the transphobic stuff, I'm gonna be done. I was watching a YouTube just yesterday, and a trans person was like, when a person finds out that I'm transgender and they stop talking to me, that should be considered a hate crime because that's transphobic. I'm a woman, and if I'm a woman and I'm hitting on you as a woman, and you decide to say you're not into me because I have other parts that's not so womanly, I'm offended and it's transphobia. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me here? So, in this new age that we're in, we can't have no preferences. We can't have no preferences. We can't like only skinny people. We can't only like big people. We can't only like tall people because now we hateful towards short people. If we say we want a skinny person, now we hateful towards big people. If we say we want a big person, now we're hateful towards skinny people. And it's just like, what is wrong with y'all? What's going on? For real, for real. And I really do think it's some type of loophole with this shit that people are just all trying to piggyback and back ride on shit, because there is no way on God's green earth that everybody's gonna like you. And just because, and that whole thing about if they're not with me, they're against me. No, sis. Maybe they're into something that you cannot provide, and that's okay. And that also goes into narcissistic shit too. And it got to be about me, 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 me. Like, no, honey, he's not into that, and you can't make him be into that. Because I wish somebody would make me be into something I'm not into, bitch, girl. And that's shit. I be like I said, to what's good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm putting myself in a situation is if I'm sitting here thinking that it's something that it's not, and then I find out that it's something totally different, bitch. You girl, I don't know what I'm capable of doing. For sure, I might want to pop your ass once or twice. For sure, I might want to just pop your ass once or twice. So, but it's like, girl, like the audacity. And there's people out there that will be into you, hun. And that's what people are not really getting. If you want to connect with people that may not be into you for being trans, connect with them on a platonic level. That's okay. That's okay. You could be trans and gay and have straight clients and straight, coworkers and straight friends. You don't got everybody that wants you don't want to fuck you. And that, like I said, that's that weird shit right there too. Like, oh, they hitting on me. Oh, they were looking at me. Oh my God, they were looking at my breasts. Yeah, I can say that too, but I don't think they want to fuck me because they're looking at my breasts. I think it's some people. I mean, girl, they big, they big. You know what I mean? I doubt the old lady who works at the store. I doubt she's a lesbian. Mama's always looking at my breasts. I doubt she wants some of me. It's like, girl, come on now. Well, they were looking, so they must want it. No, honey, no. You're a little self-centered, honey. No. So like I said, it's okay for people to like you but not be sexually attracted to you. And that's okay. But like I said, I just don't know what is going on with these people to where if they like you, they have to be with you sexually. And if they say they don't want you sexually because you have a penis, they're not into that. Now all of a sudden they're homophobic or transphobic. Like, no, honey, I respect the fact is that you're not into that. Okay. That means, girl, it's even better for the next. I mean, girl, that's how I look at it. I don't know. Like I say, maybe because I'm not self centered, maybe because I don't care. I don't know. But I just find it very, very, disheartening and very awkward that if someone hits on you, and it goes the other way too. If somebody hits on you and you're saying no, thank you, now, does that guy have every right to get all up in your face? Well, you're racist. Like, girl, let's talk about it for a minute, sis. If a guy was hitting on you because he clocked you, let's say you're let's okay, let's okay, let's flip the roles a little bit. You are a trans woman. That means you're born with the anatomy of a male. Or you were a trans man, which means you're born with the anatomy of a woman. So let's say for the trans man, a heterosexual man sees the woman in you and he's trying to holla, and you're not into that. You're only into women or you're only into gay boys. And the straight man is just so aggressive towards you. And I want it. I gotta have it. Come on, let me get it, shorty. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You wouldn't say he was being weird. You wouldn't feel offended, like, oh my God, I just got assaulted. Like, think about that. How would that make you feel? How would that make you feel? Think about it. And for the trans woman, you're not into women. And if a woman was like, yo, bruh, I see the, yo, bruh, I see yeah, you looking kind of like, think about that for a minute. How would that make you feel? How you're being on these men that may not be into you. How would you feel if the people that you're probably not into get off like it works the same way. And some of you probably don't give a fuck anyway, because some of y'all are just like that, honey. Anyway, some of y'all just so damn sexually deviant. You wouldn't care anyway, honey. You're like, I like it all. I like boys, girls, trans, girl, T for T. That's what they call it, T for T now. No, thank you. I'm not into trans women sexually, honey. And there's no shade with that, honey. I don't look at transgender porn. I don't look at none of that, honey. I'm not knocking nobody who's into that because clearly that's what I represent. But for me, yeah, honey, that's not my tea. That's not my tea at all, honey. So yeah, honey, yeah, girl, what's? Oh, you're looking good. Yeah, I feel very awkward right now. Well, I mean, but yeah, yeah, yeah. There's no, yeah, I feel very uncomfortable right now, honey. So am I transphobic too? Because I don't want to date another transgender. Am I transphobic? Okay, bitch. Add that to my list, girl. Add that to my list, girl. I'm everything, honey. I guess I'm self-hated. Oh my God. Oh my God. I guess I'm really a self-hater because I don't like other trans people sexually. Oh wow. Amazing. That's really amazing there. So I guess we're in a culture where you have to let people do what they want to you. Huh? Huh? Is that what we're moving into, America? The world, new world age? We're moving into a place where you have to let people violate you? Huh? Because that's what it seems to me. And even going into the video I watched, the person was like, yeah, no one has ever had a complaint when they had me in their bed. We don't care. We don't want that genitalia, honey. We want the poom poom on a woman. We don't want the poom poom on a man. We want the penis on a man. We don't want that penis on a woman. Honey, there's no tea, no shade with that. Girl, let it be. Let it be. There's a lot of people that like that shit, girl. Go find them. Push up on them. Go, girl. Go. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? It's like, girl. I really be thinking these hoes be having mama and daddy and sister complex. So like I feel like it's some sibling rivalry there. I feel like when a woman is like a trans woman is like, I need the same penis that another woman had just to prove that I can get it. Yeah, I feel like she had an issue with her sister growing up. When a woman say, I gotta have this man even though he's already taken with somebody else, I feel like there's some type of complex with the daddy or there's some type of complex with the daddy. And that's why you're like, yeah, I think it's okay for me to be a home wrecker. Go ahead, girl. Ain't nobody stopping you, bitch. And if you're paid, it like I said, it's business. Everything changes when there's a price tag on it. If you're gay for pay, you're not really gay. You're only gay when the money's there. So, bitch, that's a business move. If you're with a married man and he's paying your bills and he's paying you, honey, you're not really a home wrecker because he's paying you. And that's business, boo. You are not that girl going into, all this other shit, girl. When there's money attached, girl, it takes it to business and business only, girl. You're not really a home wrecker. You're not really, you're not really gay. You're not really into, whatever it is that you say you're into, honey, because it's only about the coin. Like they say, the best things in life are for free. So if you really are about that life, girl, then you'll be giving it for free, right? You'll be doing it for free. And if you're doing it for free, then that means that bitch that's really what you want, where you want to be. So if you want to give it up for free, but you are a home wrecker. If you wanna, do all the other good shit with all that, girl, like I say, it is what it is. Okay. But girl, I don't understand. I can't, like I said, I'm gonna leave that there. Just thinking about it, just, oh girl, it's a little too much. Everybody gotta get it the way they get it. But girl, I feel more validated when it's a challenge. You know what I mean? I feel more validated when it's something that I'm not seeking. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna go to a store and say, damn, you hot, let me get your number. Like that's not me. Okay, I'm gonna think it in my mind. I'm gonna think it, but I'm not gonna, yeah, like I said, that doesn't make me feel fulfilled. Okay. What makes you fulfilled, bitch, is me knowing, okay, baby, well, even like I said, if it was a situation where, bitch, hey, they're happily married, whatever. There's other arrangements outside of me. Okay, baby, I need to know that I'm on the next level up. Okay, I'm not some bitch waiting on the sideline, waiting for you to come by, waiting for you to call me, waiting for the interaction, bitch. I need to be on that pedestal too. If mama got the house, the car, and the ring, I need a house, a car, or a ring. Okay, I need one of those things too. Anyway, it's a fool. It's a fool, honey. Come on here on TV. Yes, honey. Yes, right. Everybody has preferences, right? Yes, you made it. Yes. Just passed through on my way to bed. Loving light. Good night, grandmadam. Yes, honey. Good seeing you. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. It's a fool. It's a fool, Didi. And it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. I've been on the opposite side. Like I've been, minding my business. I've been, doing my thing, pumping my gas, not really trying to get attention. And somebody, hey, hey, and I'm just, ignoring because I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. I don't know what they're offering, and I really don't want it. Because looking at them, I'm seeing what I'm not interested in what I'm seeing. The presentation ain't there, boo. It's kind of like you going to a restaurant and you love to eat seafood, but girl, they throw everything on the plate like sloth. Girl, you're gonna say, excuse me, yeah, I'm not eating here. So the same thing with that, and they will like get in your face on TV, like they will get in your face, like, excuse me. I remember an incident happened with my best friend years ago. We went to Taco Bell. I don't remember if it was my off day and her off day. I cannot remember. But we talk about, and I know she remembered this because we always talk about this every few years. But we go to Taco Bell, and when we get out the car, I was like, oh shit, we're gonna have trouble. Because there was a group of black guys. outside of the door, right? And they looked like they were up to no good. Honestly, they looked like they were up to no good, drug dealing, whatever. So we go inside, we walk by, and one of them in particular was looking at me because I looked over and I saw him and I looked away because I was like, ooh, he looked creepy. He just gave me this creepy like vibe, y'all. So I was like, bitch, let me go in here and I'm gonna feel safe once we get inside. So we get in there to sit down, and then the guy act like he was gonna come in and order, and then he's looking at me and he's like, hey, what's up? And so bitch, I act like I didn't see him or hear him. And he's like, yo, tall girl. Well, he said tall something else. It was like it was like tall it was some weird shit. And I was like, I'm gonna ignore. And then I'm still talking, to my sister. And I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna have to pull out my shit. And I'm like, oh shit, I don't have no mace or nothing on me. Bitch, we get up, we get our food, and daddy's still trying to get my attention. And when I say he got so aggressive with it that she got involved, honey, and was like, "Oh, woo," And then of course, he went on and did his thing. But either way, like I said, it's a very uncomfortable feeling. So I just don't understand why people, you know what I mean? If people don't want it, they don't want it. Like who cares? Like move on. You know what I mean? Are you that unhappy with yourself that they gotta have it? They gotta take it. And I feel like that goes with everything. Going into spiritual services too. Like people, they know that you offer services. You have your blog spot, your website up. You talk about it. You come on and you do stuff, and you still want to get out and send people. Hey, you want to get some work done? Hey, you want like girl, or you go to other people's house. It's kind of like, what are you doing? Like, what are you so thirsty for? What exactly is the agenda? Like it's very scary. Like I said, it's very scary. Like what do you have that you're trying to give away? Very weird. Let everybody have their preferences, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Ow. Listen, y'all. Listen. I just kind of want to stop doing kind of, vent about some things, honey. And of course, give a shout out to those of you who joined the um, event, honey, the 555 event. I had a few people that messaged, and I was so confused, honey. I just said, honey, let me leave that there, girl. So if you send an email, you were asking about certain stuff, and I did not respond back. Do not feel no type of way. It was just a lot of confusion going on. I did two videos talking about it. The information was on the blog spot. I even said, if you have any questions, reach out. And going into asking questions that are already on the blog spot or that's already being discussed means you're not paying attention. And as I mentioned before, there's just certain energy I don't want to deal with. If your energy is that distracted, then honey, yeah, we're not suitable. We're not compatible, honey. And there's no shade with that. I wish you the best, and that's it. So, anyway, let me take my booty to bed, y'all. I had a very, very long day, and I need to spray this decongestant in my nose too, honey. I'm waiting. I bought my new liquid. What the hell is that? Liquid gel Zyrtec, honey. And I left it in my car, and I'm like, I'm too lazy to get up and go get it. So tomorrow, I'm gonna start taking that shit again. But anyway, y'all have a good night and a good week. I hope y'all had a great resurrection day. I hope y'all were planting your seeds. For those of you who joined this beautiful, beautiful event, you're gonna get videos and pictures of what we did. And like I said, you're definitely gonna see some tea. Yes, honey, definitely gonna see some tea. Energetically, feel the shift, and some of you probably already have, honey. We'll see. Like I said, I'll be getting back to y'all tomorrow and Tuesday. Anyway, love and light, everybody. twospiritmystic.blogspot.com. Oh my God, yeah, I've never been this tired. I literally pushed myself through to get on here. Oh my goodness. Let me go. Love and light, y'all. Bye for now, honey. Yes, thank you so much. Dee Dee. Thank you so much. Y'all, I will definitely be seeing y'all again very, very soon, okay? And we're supposed to do midnight medicine oil this week. Listen, listen, we're gonna double it up next week, okay? I promise. I know. Mystic, you drew us in and you left us hanging. No, no, no. Listen, like so we were doing a lot of tea. There's a I think the next big event is going to actually be in 2 months. So I could definitely get into yeah, I could definitely get into I'm sorry, I wanted to see something and Google brought up everything else, honey. Anyway, yeah, so we'll definitely be getting into a lot of tea, honey. Okay. Anyway, y'all, bye for now, okay? Love and light. Have a good week.